Hi, I'm Brent Paul. This little brief video is going to be on how to use actions in your Photoshop program. Right now I have these actions open. If you don't happen to see the actions palette in your screen, you come up to Window and just select Actions, or you can hit the keys Alt F9 at the same time. And there they are. Now what we want to do is we want to learn how to load them besides just seeing them on the screen. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go to button mode up here. Right now when it's like this, we can't load any actions, we can't do anything, so we're going to take it out of button mode. We're going to clear all of our actions so that they're not on the screen. So if you don't have, now Photoshop comes with some actions, but they're relatively useless, and so you want to create your own to save you time in having to keystroke things. So the actions that are included on my website, the AWP actions that you can download. So we're going to go do that and load them. Here they are on my hard drive. You can see I have two sets of actions, AWP actions and Brent's actions, and one is just a smaller version of the ones I use. So here they are again. Again, we go out of button mode. Now you can just click on them one single time. Like here in the owl picture, it's a little dark in the front, so I can come up here to fill shadow 6%. Matter of fact, if we make an extra layer, then we can compare our changes. So do some fill shadow on this picture. You can see the shadow filling slowly but surely. There's 3 times I clicked it. Now let's look at the difference. See, that's a good difference. If I thought it was a hair too much, I could always use the opacity for this layer to go from 100% maybe down to 70% or 80% or something if I thought it looked better. But that's how easy the actions are to use in Photoshop. Now let's talk about creating actions. You notice that right now there's no tools down here at the bottom of the actions palette. Again, we're going to go out of button mode, and now there's tools down here in creating new actions. So I'm going to highlight the folder I want to put them in. Let's create a new action, a new sharpening action. So I'm going to call this action 85% on exposure at radius of 0.8. So it's not a lot of sharpening, but it's a little bit to move sharp pictures from a really slight out of focus to a little bit better focus. So I'm going to key code it red because all of my actions are red, and I'm going to hit record, and now you notice that there's a red button down here, and now the program is recording any keystrokes that I make. So I'm going to come up to filter, I'm going to come down to sharpen, select smart sharpen. There it's already entered 85% at 0.8. I'm going to hit OK, and there it just loaded it right here. There's the smart sharpen action it just did. This is the name of the action. This is what it actually does. I'm going to turn it off now. Notice the red light is still on. So if I did any other keystrokes, I would have to delete them in order to get back to just this one, because you can accidentally add keystrokes if you don't remember to turn off the recording. So there I turned it off. Minimize it, come back up here, put it in button mode, and you'll see it's at the bottom of the screen, but I want it up here with my red ones, my other sharpening ones. So I'm going to take it out of that, I'm going to grab it, I'm just going to drag it up here, put it where it should go back to button mode. It is just that easy to use actions, to create actions, to load other people's actions. You can always go in and delete individual actions if you want to. When you're not in button mode, you can drag them to the garbage can right here. Or if you want to create different folders of actions, like these are all photography actions, but if you wanted to create ones that you use in graphic design or others, you could create a second folder, give it a different name, and then you would have other actions down here. Now they would all show. You can have more than one folder open of actions at the same time. But this is the way that you can really speed up your workflow, and I'm all about quickness and speed. It's all about doing it quickly and doing it right. Some of the actions are just in small amounts, 6% fill shadow, 10% fill shadow, 70% sharpening at a radius of 1. Some are bigger, 140 at R1. And sometimes you might have to click on some of these more than once to run them, but that way you can gradually get the sharpening to where you want. And so I hope you enjoyed this this video. So use your actions and speed up your workflow. Hey, have a good day.